Hey, what's up guys? Mr. Free Coiner coming to you again today. I hope everybody's doing well and you're taking care of yourselves. Just thought I'd make a quick video. I had a couple things I wanted to share with you guys. So before we get started here, of course, Bitcoin has kind of recovered a little bit. XRP is lower. I mean, it is definitely red, all red, and it's been red for a while, right? For, a couple days here. And that's something I did say the other day. Get ready for a shakeup, right? And right now, people are getting very disappointed. They're getting frustrated. XRP is the worst crypto in the world, and all this stuff. I just said that. I just said it was the price was going to go down, and it could go even further before we see anything significant on the other side. Could SBI be the key to it all? Maybe. But to be honest with you, I think the major thing that we're looking for will be what gives the green light to the institutions to come out fully and use XRP. I personally don't think it's a situation where they're just testing it and they're, trying to find out if it works. They already know it works. That's not the question. I think the regulation situation is the question. But even to that, though, I think it's a matter of the regulators actually announcing it, because, hey, if regulation wasn't in place at a significant level, MoneyGram would not have already joined in. MoneyGram is a money transmitter. There are already banks using it. They know at some level that XRP will not be deemed any security or anything like that. It's already in place. They just haven't told us yet. Okay. But again, these prices here, what I see is as far as XRP is concerned, it's just something to set in frustration. Okay. It's to set in despair and make you feel like, man, it's not going to do anything at all. I might as well get out of it. It might take 2 or 3 years, 5 years, whatever. And to be honest with you, I hear these people talking about, if you're not ready to stay in 5 years, look, guys, hey, look, first of all, the cryptocurrency market doesn't take that long to increase. Bitcoin, in the first 5 years of its life, do you think it sat around one price for perpetually? No, it didn't. It did not. And neither should XRP. The thing is that right now they are accomplishing two goals. Number one, they're making us frustrated. They're making the retail investor frustrated enough to sell their bags. There are a lot of people getting totally out of XRP. There are a lot of people selling their XRP, on a significant basis. Okay. Now, the other thing that they're accomplishing, right now they're keeping the price low because they are trying to onboard more customers. Okay. They don't want, right now they want to get as many large institutions, banks, i.e. banks, on board before they start letting the price run rampant. And why is that? Because they want these companies to be proponents of XRP. They want them to advertise XRP, their products for them. If you have, actually I was looking at Sam's video last night while he was talking about Bitcoin Ben's video, which is, man, that guy right there is just something else. Anyway, he had mentioned something that I've been saying for months. Banks, and even Brad Garlinghouse said this. I know Delatine said something different. I can't necessarily argue with an executive that works with Ripple or works for Ripple. But, going back to what Brad Garlinghouse said, he said banks will hold it. Will it be directly by the banks? I don't know. Maybe they'll have a custodian or something like that. But the fact of the matter is, there is money to be made on the increase of the price. What company is going to give up, if they're sitting on several million, we'll say 100 million XRP, do you think they're going to give up the profit that comes from XRP going to $50 if they got in at 40 cents. They're not going to give that up. That doesn't make any sense. Would you? I mean, if you had a company that transmitted money and you knew there was a way to make a little extra fat, or not even a little, a lot of extra fat, would you give that up? Hell no, you wouldn't. It doesn't even make sense. Okay. So I completely believe XRP will be held by banks. You know, how they'll do that, I don't know. But the fact is, there's profit there. Another thing too is, you know, when his Bitcoin Ben in that video, man, it was just so funny because, you know, of course he was trying to say Libra coin is competition for XRP. He was saying a lot of stuff. And, you know, the other point I wanted to make as well is that, and I've said this several times, and Sam just said it also in his video, XRP is not, it wasn't designed to be a microtransaction, a microtransaction type of cryptocurrency, excuse me. Not that it can't do it. The capacity that it's intended for is for commercial use. It's for enterprise use. Okay, they're not trying to capture retail usage. Although retail usage is good, it's definitely something that would increase the price, would be very profitable, all of that. But that's not the point. The point is to handle these remittances. The moving money around the world is what XRP is meant for. And all you have to do is listen to how they talk about it. Man, I'm having some issues this morning. But anyway, if you listen to what they say, the people that are dealing with Ripple, the companies, the IMF, all of these entities, do they mention anything about, first of all, they don't mention XRP, number one. Number two, they're not talking at all about retail usage. That is the last thing on their mind. That's not where the mega money is. The mega money is in institutional usage. So XRP is not likely to be in a capacity where it will be used continually in a huge way where we'll be sending XRP to each other. And so that then ties right back to the reason why they don't want us having XRP. I mean, it's pretty obvious that is the case. Because if that wasn't the case, right? If that was absolutely not the case, they would mention XRP, and then also the conversation would contain information about retail usage. But you don't ever hear that. Now, man, that's a long way to go with, I try not to make these videos so long, but man, I think sometimes people just, you know, I don't know. I know me, I guess they don't like my approach or whatever, but I mean, I'm just telling you you know, how I see it and what I believe to be true. So even Weiss ratings here, they're saying Libra coin isn't a true cryptocurrency and it shouldn't be treated as one. So the whole argument that XRP and Libra are in competition, it just makes no sense at all. I mean, to be honest with you, what cryptocurrency is actually a cryptocurrency? Well, that is yet to be seen. The fact is they're all digital assets. Okay. So, yeah, you know, even with this whole Libra coin thing, I mean, I don't have any problem with that. I mean, whoever wants to use it, use it. I don't trust Facebook. So, hey, there you go. I'm sure a lot of people will, you know, get involved with it, and hey, more power to them. The good thing about Libra is that it brought a lot of awareness. It caused a little bit of institutional FOMO, which was very cool, I think. So, all in all, I mean, Bitcoin Ben talking about, you know, XRP and Libra in competition, he's totally fracked in his head if he thinks that. I mean, he has no clue about what XRP is, first of all. He's talked to Sam once before. He still hasn't done any research on it. It's very apparent. And he continues to go down this path. There's some other things that that I take issue with him on, some, you know, videos that he made. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't care who tries to say that the guy didn't mean this or that. You know what? The fact is, when you come out, if I did a video and I was disparaging a racial ethnicity, okay, another race using disparaging terms, I would be crucified. I mean, everybody that's subscribed to me would probably go away. I mean, look, so anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. I mean, if you look at his stuff, you know, you'll find that. But still, I take issue with him on some stuff he did. I don't have a problem with the guy personally, but hey, that's just my thing. All right. Bullish crypto market and bearish Bitcoin investors, a recipe for FOMO. I found this pretty interesting because this guy makes a very good point. And he says, BTC, this poll shows the majority are sitting on the sidelines in cash, praying for a bigger pullback to get in. The main pain scenario from here is up, and people sitting on the sidelines will be the FOMO fuel to new highs. So the kind of the thing that I noticed is that we see, I found interesting is that Bitcoin, okay, so first we see this tether minting, right? Or this influx of tether into the market, right? And then we see Bitcoin price go up, hits almost 14,000, and then it comes all the way back down to like 10,000. Okay, I mean, like really, really low. I'm not even sure if it didn't hit 9,000. I think I remember somewhere it hit 9,000, I think. But anyway, my point is that all these people out there, so, you know, this is like a tactic. Okay. So you increase the price to bring awareness to the product. Okay. And, you know, like, with XRP, I mean, with Bitcoin, of course, that's what we're talking about. But, the price goes up. It just brings a lot of attention to it. News media starts talking about it. That means what? Because my parents are even telling me about it. Hey, Bitcoin's doing this and that. I mean, family members that have, you talk to them all this last year and a half about cryptocurrency. They're just like, get out of my face. But all of a sudden now they're coming to you because Bitcoin is up. So what happens then? The price goes right back down. It's like they flashed a shiny penny in front of somebody and then they hide it and tell them, you know, hey, you know, I got something for you. You can have that shiny penny, right? Now the price goes down. Gets people kind of interested. Well, if the price, and that's why I'm saying this guy, his point is, I mean, it seems very, you know, very true. I mean, there are people sitting there waiting to see if it goes back down because people knew that the price was lower than, or it had gotten as far down as 3,000 something. So FOMO is real. We all experience FOMO. If you don't experience FOMO, then you're not a human. All right. Doesn't mean that you act on it, but you do experience FOMO. All right. That feeling where, of course, it describes itself, the fear of missing out. All right. So when you see the price going up, even if you are an experienced trader, when you see that price going up, you know, just something triggers in your head. Like I need to get in that before it goes too high. That's, you know, obviously FOMO. So what's going to end up happening is, you know, what they did was they brought the price up, bring attention, bring the price back down. People start to salivate. Once the price starts going back up again, very likely there's going to be a huge amount of FOMO going on. So that's just what I think, guys. This scenario could very well be a totally, you know, crazy. This is just what I'm seeing. And, you know, this is how my mind works. I see these things happen. I see these, you know, just all this different stuff. And it like triggers my mind to create a scenario. And is that scenario correct? Hell, I don't know. It could be, maybe not. But either way, that's my scenario. All right. So, other couple things. Let's see. I always have my little notes over here that I like to kind of go by. Well, actually, I wanted to show something, and I got to thank my buddy, Rebels. This guy right here, he knows his stuff. Be careful. Don't piss him off because he might find all the information you have out there. But something he showed me here is that this right here. All right. So it's saying on findtherabbit.me. All right. There's quadrillion of something created here. And when you go to this website, Find the Rabbit, it actually is a ERC20 token or ERC20 site. But it's, you know, obviously they're using ETH. Now, what he was telling me is that essentially there have been, a quadrillion of USDQ created. Now, what significance does that have? I'm not quite sure yet, but something I'm definitely looking at. The thing is that it looks like these coins, this quadrillion USDQ, is basically washed through here. All right. Again, this is not information that I found. This is something he was sharing with me. So I'm not absolutely on top of what this all means, but either way, it's very, very interesting. So anyway, guys, that's really all I have for you. Yeah, of course, the volumes are not doing all that. Here it actually shows us 37 cents. It might be a great time to buy if you can get some. I think myself, I've already loaded up quite a bit. Also, that BTR coin went absolutely nuts yesterday during its launch. A lot of problems and all that, but already, you know, a lot of people are seeing gains and all that. It'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, if it just see what happens with the coin. I mean, you see what happened with BNB. And, you know, if you're invested in it, great. If you're not, great. I mean, you know, again, I always tell you, your money's your money, your investment, your time, you know, your work. So, you really cannot look at anyone else. If you decide to push the button on a buy or a sell, it's all up to you. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. Sorry to make the video so long, but it happens sometimes. But again, if you guys have not already done so, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the like button and that post notification button so you know when I have posted again. Until next time, this has been Mr. Free Coiner. Take care of yourselves and God bless.